Peace, love, and piece of cake. So, a lot of people are gearing up for the new year, and we've been working pretty hard here, developing a team and some processes and systems that will help us to continue to deliver impactful and dynamic dialogue that is really geared towards making the tough conversations sweet and easy. But more so than anything, we want to discuss different topics that people may not normally talk about, but also share perspectives and share our life experiences and the skills that we may have that have helped us to overcome certain situations. So that's the whole purpose of Piece of Cake Conversation. I am very serious about us not just jumping on and just talking just to talk, because all talk and no action doesn't change anything. I mean, I guess it's good for venting, but this is not a vent space. It is a safe space, however, and if you ever should need to vent, we will have some designated times for that. But for the most part, a lot of the conversations will be geared towards us skill sharing and sharing experiences and things of that nature, and just sharing your perspectives so that maybe someone else can just gain insight as to what the different and varying perspectives are. So as we move into this next year, like I said, we are working on a content calendar that I have to complete per my own deadline. By tonight, I have an outline going. But if I don't complete it, then I'll keep working on it, because at the end of the day, there is no magical like strike at midnight. It's not like my carriage is going to turn into a pumpkin. This isn't Cinderella, so I'm not really worried about not hitting all of the deadlines. But for the most part, I'm definitely working on being more intentional with this whole project. So thank you to everybody that's tuning in. We do have some changes. So for those of you who are tuning in, you are either wise watching from our YouTube channel, or you are seeing this in our now private Facebook group. So Piece of Cake Conversations has gone private. The reason being is there's an anonymous feature within the group, so that if anybody wanted to share and remain anonymous, you can totally share your perspective while not having to share your identity. And the reason that we want to do that is because I think that sometimes people are a little afraid and shy of sharing what they actually think or what they actually know about a particular subject, because they're thinking about somebody else thinking about them. And I want people to just kind of let go of that whole situation, just freely share. So we have made the move to being more private. We are going to be doing a little bit of other more exclusive things so that we can really build a more intimate setting. And we'll even have some live in-person events, so live conversation meetups and things of that nature coming very soon. So stay active in the group. If there's anybody that you particularly usually have really dope conversations with, I want you to do me a favor and add them to the group. Right now the group is completely open. I don't have any quote unquote rules other than just be respectful, no bashing anybody or anything like that. And we'll continue to build those agreements along the way. But like I said, right now our group is private, but anybody's welcome to join. And if you want to join into like our live, they'll always be featured on YouTube as well. So anybody who's not particularly wanting to be active in the group, which will have ongoing dialogue throughout the week. But if you're not wanting to be active in our Facebook group, you're welcome to just watch our lives via YouTube, and I'll try to stream them on our Facebook page. But in order to engage, you will actually have to be either on the YouTube or engage with us in our YouTube, in our Facebook group. We are in the process also of linking our Piece of Cake Conversations to the Piece of Cake website. So there'll be forums and different things going on through there. And I don't want this to be a situation where it's just a handful of people from my hometown or, from the state that I live in. I want to hear global perspectives. So if you got friends, like I said, from all over that have dope perspectives on different things, add them to the group, add them to the conversations. We want to hear what other people are thinking and experiencing and how they're overcoming different life circumstances. If there's a story that you want to hear told, like if there's a particular subject that you feel like you have expertise in, maybe somebody else is oftentimes misunderstanding, what your ideas are about a particular thing, but you got receipts, y'all, share, inbox us, so that we can get that on our list. I'm leaving some of the dates open, or leaving some of it open within its planning so that we can have room to kind of have some random, conversations. But any of the conversations that y'all have in the group, then it should be made and featured. So another thing that's very, very important for me with Piece of Cake Conversations is highlighting some of the other podcasts that I watch that are very influential on helping to shape my perspective. So for instance, Throne Talk podcast. I really love Micaiah and all the things that she's doing. She usually has like really great subjects that she's talking about, and it's shifting as well and growing and evolving. So she has featured people. So if you're the type of person that likes dialogue, definitely join that group as well. Throne Talk Society. I love one of my friends, Renee. She has God level things that people don't want to talk about. That's usually on Sunday. So we'll be streaming these same broadcasts on our channel. So you'll see those. We got Nafi Jolly. So Nafi Poe. Sorry. So Perception Over Everything. We'll be streaming his on Thursdays. My Curl Speaks with Key. That'll be on Wednesdays. And I'm still looking for some different like wellness podcasts and things of that nature, more spiritual podcasts, so the people can continue to grow spiritually and everything like that. But overall, I'm really, really excited about the direction that Piece of Cake Conversations is going in. We will have some workshops and different things coming up in the upcoming year. So any ideas that you all have, feel free to share them. We're all ears. If you're interested in joining the team, it is right now, it's a labor of love, but I really truly believe that we'll be going up soon, so there should be some compensation involved in the near future. But right now it's just about making impact and communicating in a way where we take those tough topics, make them sweet and easy, and help contribute to the positive changes of somebody's life in their perspective. So drop comments below any different things that you're interested in us talking about in the next year, like get these conversations started. Any other podcasts that you think we might need to have featured as our conversations, highlighting and spotlight conversations, share them, add people to the group, and we'll just keep building from here. But overall, I think that's pretty much the majority of it. I do know I did make a couple of notes, and I posted in our IG. So if you want to follow, we'll have like little pictures for conversation prompts, right? And I posted yesterday and I asked what outdated features and basically mindsets are you going to have to get rid of in as we say goodbye to 2022. So I just kind of think about like a computer, how like every so often our computers and our phones have to get updates, right? And so we as people, we have to get updates as well. And especially as we're getting ready to go into what's mostly considered as a new year, there are some people who are like, oh, new year starts in April, in the spring, blah blah blah. Look, as of right now, this is the collective new year. There are people who celebrate the new year with each passing birthday. Shout out and kudos to you. But right now, this is the collective new year. So for the collective new year, as we say goodbye to 2022 on a Gregorian calendar and we say hello to 2023, what are some outdated beliefs, mindsets, features, or whatever the case may be? What are some outdated things that you need to get ready to cut it? And what things are you planning on uploading or downloading in the next year? When we talk about downloading information or pictures and things of that nature, so we're talking about a matter of your computer taking something in, right? And when we upload something, we're talking about something being put on to the web. So what are you going to be downloading this year? What books are you going to be reading? What new circle of friends and influence are you going to be around? What new habits and systems are you creating so that you can substantiate the changes that you want to make? I also just think about, like I said, what uploads are you going to be making? So like, what goals have you set? What projects do you plan on completing that you really truly feel like, okay, this is the year I've been saying I was going to get my CDLs, I'm getting my CDLs. This is the year I've been saying I wanted to start some culinary classes just for a hobby. Everything doesn't have to be a paycheck, y'all. I encourage people in this next year to find some things that you're passionate about that you're not necessarily trying to get paid off of, because as much as it is necessary for us to be earning an income, sometimes we get so focused on making money, then stuff don't even make sense anymore. And I say that as a person who is working towards this particular project And I see so many other influencers who are making a lot of money, producing content and things of that nature. But when I see them following certain trends, I'm just like, Lord, excuse me, people will do anything for likes. And ultimately, it's because people also do anything for clout and status and money. And I don't want to be one of those people. So I definitely want to do some things no cost, but they add value. And I got some things in the work. And part of me is like, oh, don't say it because if you don't accomplish it. But at the same time, I'm learning. Sometimes us sharing the things that we're working towards gives us the element of these persons can add to us as being accountability partners. So my goal is for 2023 before my birthday, I want to complete 35 books before my birthday, as in me reading other people's books, but also I want to publish my own poetry book. It was actually supposed to be published probably like 4 years ago. But nonetheless, sometimes life changes, and sometimes we're not in a place where we really truly fully believe in ourselves, and so we have to just reevaluate things and come back to it when we can. I really feel like I have it within me this year to produce that fruit. So that's one of the things that I should be uploading. But I do have some collaborations on the horizon, some podcasts that I've been able to record with a couple of people, and yeah, I'm looking forward to those things. More speaking engagements, like I said, just overall increasing and adding values to the lives of so many people through this space. So, yeah. So yeah, the old you is outdated. What updates are necessary for you to fulfill and fully operate in 2023? I'm talking about no glitches, no lagging, no viruses, no spam, stored data problems. Like, we don't want to have none of that. All those things are unproductive. So we're talking about you being able to operate at your optimal self. All right. Um, and even when we think about like people getting body modifications, same thing like upgrades on your phone. You want to get a bigger phone because or the camera works better and this is this. So the same thing, like us ourselves, we want to do different things to our body. What modifications, what updates are being made, and make sure that it's intentional. Don't just do this stuff because somebody else is going to like the way you look. Do this because you want to know what it feels like to actually be healthy, and holistically healthy. And so one space that we're definitely going to be tackling this upcoming year, you'll see a lot of information that goes along the lines of social emotional intelligence. That is so huge, huge, huge for us. As I personally believe, and I've noticed that a lot of the issues and conflicts that we have going on within our lives personally, interpersonally, is coming from a lack of understanding of how we relate to ourselves. And when we don't fully understand how we relate to ourselves, it makes it difficult for us to relate with other people. So yeah, we're gonna be tackling that. um we're going to start back with the Write It Out Wednesday prompts. One thing that kind of built up the confidence for us to start working harder with the Piece of Cake conversations was me setting a goal of doing it bi-weekly. And I would just show up whether anybody got online with me or not, because after a while you just get to a place where you realize the things that's inside of you, they should not stay there. Whether it looks like I got any viewers or not, it doesn't matter. I know what God put me here to do, and I'm going to do it. And whoever it's meant to reach, it's going to reach them in the right time. So I'm not even worried about the numbers and the views and all those things. It's really truly impact, 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 impact. And I want to have a legacy and leave a form of continuous charity after I'm gone. And that takes me making choices and decisions and staying consistent today. So thank you all for your time and your contribution. Like I said, keep adding people to the community. It is a safe space. We want to be able to share information, ideas, our thoughts, our opinions, and most importantly, facts. Most importantly, facts. But overall, we want to also enjoy the conversation. So if you ever find yourself, if we're having a discussion and there's a little bit of cognitive dissonance going on and you're not quite feeling what's being said, it's okay to take a break. It's okay to take a break. You don't have to respond to every single thing that's posted. It's okay to take a break and just kind of process what it is that's being told to you. It could be that sometimes we never even had an alternative view presented to us, and by the time the alternative view comes to us, we're so like combative against it because it's so foreign. It almost makes us want to fight it. Like, And I ain't never heard that before. Like, no, you going against the very thing that I was raised up on, and yada yada blah blah. But us just taking the time to get to know other people's perspectives, even when we're not necessarily going, it doesn't have to make us change our own, but more so than anything, it should just kind of give us an opportunity to know where other people are coming from. And I don't have to agree with you, but I want to be able to understand you enough to understand that's your beliefs, and to you be your way and to me be mine. So thank you so much. I wish blessings, guidance, success in this world and the next upon everybody. So y'all have a great night. And for those of you who are celebrating New Year's, please be safe. Make the best choices and decisions tonight and moving forward. For anybody who feels like your new year started whenever it started or whenever it will start, if you're waiting till spring, that's okay too. So just make every day a great day. And I love saying happy new day, because for me, just the start of every day is an opportunity to start anew. So you don't have to wait for any particular date on the calendar. Every day is a day that you can start fresh and start moving towards whatever your goals are. um yeah, that's pretty much it. But do some reflecting, connect with other people, find some mentors and things of that nature. If it's within you and you've been holding back, find some mentees, connect with some people, start sharing those gifts. If you're the type of person, you have an open mind and you find yourself naturally giving advice, and you're very level headed and people just naturally keep gravitating towards you, stop holding all that in. I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to myself. Stop. Don't hide that. Provide that. All right, y'all. Peace, love, and piece of cake.